Hey, it's Lily back again with another video. Today's video, I actually wanted to talk about 6 minimalistic ways to help optimize your life. And these are all based on decisions. They're not things or items that people talk on the internet. And my number one thing I actually wanted to share is actually start automating your life. And actually, this is really cool timing we live in this kind of generation is because we have tools and softwares that do the thinking for us and actually make better decisions than we do. In fact, they're almost as if they're people like us. The number one thing is to learn to optimize your life, and that could be your finances. It could mean delivering your food on time to eat more regular, better food, paying your bills on time, deciding your upcoming appointments to stay on keep yourself healthy and regulated, find ways to automate business online, stuff like that. Learn to automate your life or have people help you make your life easier so you can spend time on places that make you more happier and wholesome. Number two, and this ways to reduce your stress in your life is to actually have a regular routine. And I'm sure you go see the internet routines, my bedtime routines, my sleeping routines. I love watching those videos and sometimes I fucking hated it too. But I'm just going to be honest, having a routine, a predictable schedule, when you eat, what time you wake up, when you do your work, and how you do your work, and everything in between will really help live your life less stress. I've met people who every day is something different, and some people might say that's so exciting, that's so fun, but routine is where a lot of your value and a lot of your outcome comes from. So if you don't have routine that is really making the most out of your life, like what are you doing? We're literally awake maybe half of the hours, 12 hours or so of the day, or 14 hours. And if we're not using the most of the hours, what are we really doing? I love it when planes are outside when I'm recording. All right, so number three is to make decisions right away rather than avoiding it so you don't avoid uncomfortable situations. So I've been a victim on this for so many times because I actually used to be a person that would avoid conversations or avoid decisions so I can avoid uncomfortable situations. For example, my friend is so simple, would invite me out maybe on Tuesdays, and I work Monday through Friday. Mondays are freaking hard for me. I don't really want to go on a Tuesday night to go on happy hour to drink. Like, I don't even drink. Let's be real. So I would be like, oh, I'm not sure. Let me think about it. I'll hit you up. I'll think about it. No, like to me, I'm kind of like, be honest with yourself and just tell people like, I don't drink on Tuesdays. In fact, I don't even drink. Be honest. Be honest and let them know that you're just not there, and you actually save so much time and people actually respect you more when you're honest. The next one I actually learned from this really cool book. I'm sure you guys heard it, for the 4-Hour Work Week. And it's actually, he noted it as number 6 is to regret past tense decision making, eliminate complaining to minimize regret. And I wanted, what does that mean and why that was important to me is because oftentimes we dwell on decisions that we made in the past rather than worry about what we are going to do in the future. Then we complain in the present what we did in the past and not think about in the future. And when we dwell and complain, we create negative emotions for ourselves, and that emotion, we can't put it anywhere. It's not constructive. Reality just drains our time, our efficiency, and doesn't get us anywhere. So what I try to do is to minimize complaint about my life. Like, if I messed up previously before, I think about it, consider what I did, make a plan for future, and move on. Sometimes most of our days and our dissatisfaction comes from us complaining about things that don't even matter anymore. And I think we need to focus on the future, focus on now, how we feel good. learn from our experiences and move on. So what I try to do is to be really aware, and to see if my complaints are really constructive or not. And if I complain, it's a short amount of time and I move on, because I understand that those negative emotions don't help me anyway. In fact, it actually holds me back from my progress and where I want to go. Another thing I wanted to share to you from the 4-Hour Work Week is number 4 in their book. It says, learn to make non-fatal or reversible decisions as quickly as possible. What does that mean? Is that set time limits on your decisions. Like, some decisions aren't worth that much time to think about. For example, if you have a decision that is not that expensive, like deciding what to eat tonight, maybe chicken or beef or pasta, or I don't know, like something, have someone else decide that for you. Someone who, honestly, it doesn't really matter, because it's just, have someone decide it, because you will have more energy to think on other things. Like, FYI, like sometimes tonight, like I don't care what we're eating most of the time at night for dinner. Like, I have someone else cooking for it and they decide for it. Like, I have to ask my brother, what do you want, chicken or beef? And he decides right away what he wants, and I eat that. Um, and it's just more easier, because generally, you can also hire someone else to make very simple decisions for you. Maybe a virtual assistant, right? Who helps you in your business make smaller minuscule tasks for like assignments. Maybe you get yourself someone who loves to do the other side of things in life, like the cleaning or the cooking, or you get a nurse, or you get a maid, or you get someone to clean for you or cooks for you. Or someone who really likes doing that stuff, and you have them do that, and obviously if they want to do that for you, right? Have those people help you in those places that they don't mind making those decisions. For me, like, I don't mind making decisions on what we're buying for groceries for the week, or if we're gonna go out tonight or next week, or if we're going out this weekend or next weekend. I really don't care. Like, y'all can decide that. Um, Another thing to make irreversible decision is that maybe you need to go to work maybe you need an interview at 9 o'clock, and it's 8 o'clock and you can hit the subway, and it might take you 30 minutes to get there. But you need to be there 15 minutes earlier, right? But you're still not really sure the subway is going to get you on time. Like, it could stop. I don't know. Some weird people are on there. You can miss your flight. It's just weird things always happen. Instead of you like thinking about all the situations that could possibly go wrong, like pick the decisions that is best for you. For sure, you'll make it there. So maybe you just need to get a cab, or get a taxi, or get an Uber, or have someone you drive there, drive yourself there, stuff like that. So you can just save that much time and effort and attention for later things on. I tell you this because a lot of people don't know time is currency, or your attention is currency. And what we put our attention to is where we get most of our energy and time from. So if you spend a lot of your attention maybe on your phone or on watching TV, that is where they get all your money. And a lot of people think, oh, I watched this YouTube video for free, or I watched this show for free, and I don't pay for anything. You are paying for something, which is your time, your attention. Your attention is what people actually track during online. The time you spend online, the time you click on the video, or what you see most relevant. That is how algorithms are built. They're built on your attention. So your time and your attention is currency. And so if you spend time on other things, when you can spend time on things that really do affect your life and matter, that is where you get your most power out of it. Well, the last thing I really want to emphasize, kind of the choices that we have in life. And sometimes, I don't know if you guys read this book, The Paradox of Choice. Sometimes I'll probably make a whole video about that. Sometimes when we have too much choices, we have no productivity, or we do less things. Sometimes when we have too many choices, we don't tend to value any of those choices, because we just have too many. Sometimes when we have too many choices, we feel a sense of being overwhelmed. But the thing is, the less choices you have in your life, or you make less of them, the easier your life and less stressful it'll be. And I think it's funny because we can see that a lot in our life. Like, for example, a person who has maybe a lot of money and they have, their whole life they still have problems. A lot of people would be like, how can you have problems when you have a lot of money, when you're rich and stuff? Well, it happens when you have a lot more money sometimes, that maybe you have more homes, you have more cars, you have more expenses, you have children, you're married, you have to do more choices. You have more choices in your life because you can have more. And when it happens that way, is that we have to decide all the time, every day. And when we decide so much of our decisions constantly every day and it's not optimized or streamlined, we get burnt out, we get exhausted. So many people who don't consider the cost of their choices of choosing everything will later get burnt out. And so you, as a person who have all the opportunity and the choices to decide what you want to have, and then you can optimize, you can streamline your life, you can decide what choices you really want to make and what choices other people can make for you, or choices you don't even have to make. And that's why I decided to make a video like this, is to minimize a lifestyle that will help you reach the best, you know, decision in your life. So, and maybe live less with less stress. So, hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, bye.